Today on the Garagefathers, we're finally doing a feature on our barn find Mustang, and you're not going to want to miss it. So stay tuned. Every car guy's dream is to find that elusive barn find. And here at the Garagefathers, we're no exception. So we were elated to pull this beautiful 67 RSSS from the cocoon that it had been resting in for many, many years. And we actually captured it on video in one of our first videos that we ever posted on YouTube. It's still up. So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. Let's geek out about history and options on this car. This one has the 350, and that's actually the first year that we saw the 350 come from Chevy, and you could only get it in this model vehicle. Couldn't get it in anything else in a Chevy. So that makes it pretty unique and kind of exciting. It's a little known fact about these cars. Now, this car in particular, again, is an RSSS. So you can identify that because it's got the SS hood, which, you know, some people think that this hood didn't come out until 68. Those people are wrong. It did come out in 67, although the vents are slightly different on a 68, but it's more or less the same. That makes it an SS. The stripe up here on the front also makes it an SS. And we've got the hideaway headlamps up front, which makes it the RS. Let's take a look under the hood, shall we? Now, if you're not used to opening the hoods on these first-gen Camaros, it's a little bit tricky, and honestly, it can kind of remind you of those feelings when you were first learning to unhook a woman's bra. It's a little bit complicated, but you get used to it rather quickly. So here we've got a 350. This is not the numbers matching 350 that came in the car, but it's been warmed up a little bit, and it really makes it a fun car to drive. In fact, I would say that this car probably has almost as much power as you would ever want in a stock convertible that doesn't have subframe connectors or anything else to kind of stiffen up the chassis. So with the 4-speed and this engine, man, it really makes it fun. Again, we don't know a lot about it, but it's got a nice little lumpy cam lope to it, and it's really crisp and runs nice and hard. Now, as you can see here, we've got the dual reservoir brakes, but this is a drum brake car, which I happen to like. I love drum brakes with a dual reservoir. Better than I like disc brakes, actually. Now, you gotta love the lines on these cars. And it's got this sexy little flare here on the edge of the fender when you're sitting in the car. It really makes you kind of feel like you're sitting in a Corvette, only you've got that slightly larger pony car feel, of course. And when it comes to the inside, look at this car. It's in as-found condition, with the exception of course, we converted it from an automatic to a 4-speed. We did document that on video too, so you're welcome to go back and look up that video if you'd like. Now, you'll also find that this car has the fairly common option of the vented dashboard and the rarer option of the deluxe interior, which, as you can see, we've made some modifications for comfort for. And I gotta tell you, there's one thing that I dislike about this car, and it's the deluxe door handles, because when you've got mitts like I do, it makes it a little bit of a challenge to get your hand in there to get the door open. So sometimes I gotta kind of okie open it. As we move toward the back of the car, again, we have this sexy little bolster on top of the quarter panel, which adds to its elegance and beauty from the side profile. And of course, we've got the spoiler alert option. Now, you could get this on any of the models. It didn't have to be an RS or an SS to get it, but surprisingly, Not a lot of these had the spoiler in 67. As we look inside the trunk, we've got ample room for a couple of bags of golf clubs and whatnot, so you and your friends can hit the course. And we've also got the Space Saver Spare, which was something that manufacturers started trying out in the mid to late 60s, just for fun. Rounding around the corner here, we see that this has got the 14-inch rally wheel option with the 67 only caps, which, you know, kind of complete the beautiful look to this car. And of course, I forgot to mention earlier the SS steering wheel and the rally gauges that this car has. Now, looks like it's time to try out those custom form-fitted seats. Hop in, let's go for a ride, guys. Actually, if you don't mind, hop in the back and we'll get Tommy to drive first. This thing really doesn't drive like a car that's almost 55 years old.
No, man, it's really smooth.
It is. It's really tight too, you know, like complete opposite of driving my Galaxy.
Yes. The drivability and kind of overall ownership of the road is really good in this car, huh?
It really is, yeah. Great communication, a good feel.
It doesn't feel like it's outdated, even though it really is, but...
Yeah, it really drives like a much more modern car.
It's just they were so good in the late 60s, you know, to put this thing together and have it handle like this. I mean, this was, you know, almost top of the line. Yeah, the interesting thing is this car has been pretty much a lifelong driver, with the exception of about 15 years in storage.
Yeah, and before that there was like a hot chick that owned it or something, right?
Yeah, I remember seeing this car when I was going to college, and that would have had to have been probably 91 or so, 92, let's just say somewhere in there. And I saw a blonde chick go driving it by. I was on a two-lane one-way, teed into a 6-lane, and I tried to catch her. I was in a Camaro also, but man, I could never catch up to her. And I wanted to talk to her, but honestly, I wanted to find out about the car worse, because I really wanted this car.
This guy's Garagefathers is nestled in the foothills of Central California. People come from all around to go visit the Sequoia National Park, which is just 20-30 minutes from our shop, maybe less. So you guys should come by. Stop by Garagefathers, save a bunch of money on your insurance, and then go see some big trees. My grandpa used to work for a Standard Oil station back in the 50s, so this is a really cool moment for me. I've always loved this place. It's on the way to the gateway to the Sequoias. It used to be a lot more dilapidated. I'm delighted to see that somebody has paid some attention to it, and it looks like they're refurbishing the building and bringing it back to its former glory. There's a few more similar type stations in the area. So if you'd like to see more of this type of destination for us, let us know, because we would be happy to go out and check out some more abandoned old gas stations. Thanks for going on this ride along with us, guys, and thanks for being patient while we were getting the barn find Camaro sorted out. And we hope you enjoyed the video as much as we enjoyed making it. Don't forget to tell all your friends about the Garagefathers. Thanks for watching. We got to go pull this car back in.